Welcome back to another Saturday night, and we're going to mess around with these first strike rations tonight. They are 2023, so one more year after these. One more year. 2024 is it. But I am curious. Let me grab the other ones. But I'm curious about these ones because I haven't tried one from this grouping yet. I got 7 of these. I'm going to assume that they're going to be in just great shape because of how fresh they are. But you never know. You really don't. I mean, they could have spent some extraordinary amount of time in some massive heat. Who knows what in the world is going on with that? That is really strange. What is that? Huh. Never seen anything. Is that the bag? Huh. I've never seen one quite like that. Wrapped up. I think that's a bag. I thought it was a drink mix at first. I don't know. It's weird. Let's see if the other ones look like that. I don't know. I got this bizarre box. Oh. That's like, oh. They are heavy. They are heavy. Alright, let's zoom out here a little bit. And he kind of, I don't know, built a box. See, he took a smaller box that's supposed to fold over right there, way down here. And then put like a picture frame box on top of it. But let me just pull them out here. Let's see what we got. I got a bunch of food to eat. I'm not really hungry at all. But Amber brought me home a bunch of food. So I figured I'd just have some snacks out of a first strike ration or something. And that way I get to check out the quality or freshness of these. And I don't know if we've taken the time to look through these or not. Probably. I don't remember if we looked at these when I first got them or not. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. It is nice that they've all got the date stamp on the top. These are the 37th day. So these are early 23. So these are 3 solid years old. Not really a big deal. That looks like a huge amount of powder in whatever drink mix that is. Anyway, let's take a look at the backs. Wait, what? These don't have the... Okay, it's on the front. These are like the... Almost like the first generation bags. The first generation bags were vertical like this. They were cut a little bit tighter. And... I don't know, cleaner on the top and folded. I don't know. The seams were better. But the vertical, the look, everything like that, these are very similar to the first generation. It might have been like second or third year when they moved to this very similar look. And then, of course, they went this way for a long time, too. Did the horizontal type setup. I liked when they used to print the menu and the date on them too. So these are 2014s, I'm sure. So there is a virtually 10-year difference. No, 9-year. Whatever. 9-10 years. A long time. Oh. Hey, Dan's here. What's up, Dan? And yeah, thank you for the super chat. Howdy, Smokey and fellow bandits. Much love to you all. That reminds me, real quick, I don't even know if I told you guys about that. I know, yeah, I did. Last week, I know I talked about it. Probably more towards the end of the live stream. I don't know. I didn't even want to go get her and bring her in here and put her on camera. But Minnie did pass away. what day was that? It's like a Sunday. It was Sunday night, so it was just like the next night. That next day, I took her outside to her favorite spot, and she, you know, walked around. Kind of, you could tell she was somewhat uncomfortable, but you could also tell she was happy to be where she was at. She liked that spot. It was sunny outside and probably about 60 degrees, so slightly warm. And then after I brought, and like I said, she walked around and used the bathroom a few times, and honestly, I still had hope at that point that I could nurse her out of whatever was going on. And then after I brought her home, I don't know, it was like she was just done. It was weird. She started not wanting to drink anything anymore. She didn't want any of the food. I opened like 4 different things of expensive, like the most expensive cat food you can get. Like trying to just get her to eat something. I tried milk. I tried everything. Which I mean, milk. The only reason I was giving her that was to help her with her little bowel movements, because she was struggling with that too. But anyway, I've been talking to Dan back and forth about it, and I don't know. I had Minnie for 18 years, and this one hit different. It just did. I mean, it hit. It was like, I guess, comparable to losing one of my dogs, Sebastian, because I've lost cats over the years. I've never had any nowhere near as long as how long I had Minnie. So I think that's part of it. But yeah, so that really did suck. I don't think I have pictures of her on this other phone, or I've had her on stream. She was a tabby cat. She was likely 20 to 21, 22. She could have been 22. She was definitely an old cat, but I don't think she died of old age. I think she might have died of possibly Lyme disease. I don't know. I hadn't really even thought or identified anything like that until my mom said that she thinks her dog might have just started having symptoms of it, and then the symptoms kind of lined up with what happened with Minnie. So I don't know. Anyway, to move on from that somber topic, next to last year of the First Strike rations, these are being replaced by the CCARs. There's only 3 menus of those as of right now. Let me see if I can pull that information up about those real quick. The direct replacements. I don't know if there's menu lists on those on MRE info. If I can even get MRE info to pull up. Here, while I do that, I'll turn the camera around for a second. Get this off my screen. First Strike Ration came out in 07, I believe, was the first year that it made an appearance. I don't think that there was a full year run. I don't know if I've ever seen a prototype that surfaced of the First Strike Ration. Let me see if I can get MRE info to pull up. I hope I can. I'm going to try to pull it up with... No, that ain't going to work. Let's try it this way real quick. Where's that proxy at? let's just do this. There we go. Hey, it came right up. Absolutely fantastic. So, real quick, right up here, it was the close combat assault ration has officially replaced the first strike ration. Fully available procurements as of late 2025. The CCAR is 17% lighter and 39% smaller. 39% smaller. That's and only 17% lighter. So they must have used bigger, denser items. I don't know. I haven't had one yet. All right, let's pull up the first strike rations real quick. Boom. Oh, cool. Okay. Huh. I don't know how accurate this is, K-Man. It says from 2011 to present. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was some changes made there. There was, okay, so 2007 was correct. That was the first year. And, okay, I didn't realize that the first 3 years, 4 years technically, 7, 8, 9, and 10, there was only 3 menus. So maybe they're doing something similar with the CCAR, and they will bump up that menu count to, I think there's 10 in a case. I'd have to double check that. I'm pretty sure there is. So 10 in a case of CCARs, maybe 9. I don't know. Again, I haven't had a case of them, but yeah, probably not, because there's 3 menus evenly. I need to look. Okay. Did it say that the CCAR had more calories, or the same? Because the first strike ration typically it runs right around 3,000, but the minimum it can have by their standards is 2,900. Hey, buddy, here, come here. You're okay. Come here, dude. You come to say hi. Come here, buddy. Kitty. Come here, bud. Come here. Yeah, my neck hair is super long. I need a haircut. Come here, buddy. I guess he's not going to let me pick him up. Anyways, real quick, let's just see if these menus are right. Let's see. Menu number 1. No, menu number 3, sorry. Yeah. So it says on here, lemon poppy seed pound cake, honey barbecued beef pocket, honey barbecue sandwich. I mean, I'm sure not all items are correct, though. I'm sure, because that right there. Wait, does this? Yeah. So that on there it says it's tuna. That is a retort of. It has to be chicken. It has to be. And I don't see any tuna in there. Not that it couldn't be hidden, but anyway, I'm sure that the menus are incorrect, and I know that between 2017 to 20, there were some pretty big changes made, and then from 20 to now, like they put the bagel in there. I know I've seen people have that. I've never had one, actually. What else? I don't know. There's been changes, and I know that the newer first strike rations, there's quite a few more that have the actual main of the chicken. Like, I think there's probably 4 or 5 that have the actual chick, just like that one. Menu number 3 used to have the tuna. Now it's got the chicken, which it's heavy. Like, this thing is thick. There's a lot going on here. Sounds like some corn nuts in there. It could be cookies or something, I guess. But, yeah. So, reading off of here, trying to check your menu list on anything past, like, I'm going to say, like, my 2014s, I do believe line up with this. But I'd say anything after, like, 16, 17 is going to be, there's going to be differences. There are also going to be similarities and things that are definitely still the same. But, okay, so let's just check another one and see if the main's the same. This one is number 9, and it is the Italian chicken sandwich and the garlic and herb. So, this one, Italian pocket sandwich, garlic and herb chicken. That one is correct. What's this one? Menu, it's rubbed off. 7. Menu 7. Beef nacho is the same. And sweet and spicy tuna is the same. So that one's correct. So we're seeing some correctness here. Italian style sandwich lines up. Chicken chunks lines up. Menu 8. Barbecue chicken pocket. Honey barbecue, okay. And albacore tuna lines up. Albacore tuna. This one's got tuna in it. I can see it. Menu 5. Barbecue chicken pocket. Yep. That's the second one with the barbecue chicken pocket in it, I do believe. And this one was supposed to have the barbecue chicken and filled French toast. It doesn't say lemon pepper tuna on the menu list on the on MRE info, and this one's menu number 6, and it's all this is a filled wrap barbecue pork and barbecue filled wrap garlic and herb chicken. Probably correct. I'm not seeing any tuna in there. They also, at some point, reintroduced the mini Tabasco bottles. Because those were gone, I don't know, for a decade, probably, or better. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, maybe not quite. I don't know. It was a long time. They were gone at least 7 years, I'd say. So the mini bottles of Tabasco disappeared for many. For a long time. We had 28 inches of snow on our deck. Holy crap. Sounds like 36 more inches by Monday. Where are you at? I thought that type of weather was pretty much over. Holy. So, just in case anybody has never seen it, the First Strike ration is a compact, eat-on-the-move assault ration designed for use during initial periods of highly intense northern Michigan. No kidding. So, I guess there is a significance to this, because I don't know if you guys seen or heard, I think it was today, may have been yesterday, I saw an article, or maybe I heard it in a video or something, or saw it, I don't know. But and this may not be true, but I'm just going on what I've seen, that they're deploying 5,000 troops, like, on the ground. So, I mean, that's when it's getting real. Like, it's already been real, but, like, this is, when you go hands on, like possible face to face. What's up, Thomas? I'll go by the last name there. Reason I brought that up is because they're probably still cycling through first strike rations, and this is the exact type of situation and terms that they would be used for. Same thing with the CCARs. They're probably wanting to get some field testing on them, but if I was a betting man, I'd say they're probably doing both. That's what I think. All right, so let's take a look real quick at these menus and pick one. Because I'm just going to snack on it. Like, I have a bunch of food in there that I don't necessarily want to eat, because today's my splurge day. I need to start planning for Saturdays to be the splurge day, but I've been doing pretty good, so I guess it's not that big a deal. Am I zoomed in? It looks like I'm zoomed in, but I'm not. Alright, so this is a honey barbecue beef sandwich and chicken chunks. This one's light. Italian sandwich and the garlic and herb chicken. Compared to this one, I don't know if you can't really... This one is substantially heavier, thicker, all that. Double retorts right there. It's got the garlic and herb chicken. And I wonder what the other retort is. Or is that applesauce, maybe? I don't know. This one is the Italian-style sandwich. And white chicken chunks, apparently. And I seen where they brought back buffalo chicken into the MREs. I hope that it's the actual buffalo chicken, because it was really good. I have one or two of those stashed away somewhere. I don't know if I ever reviewed one or not. I think I did a long time ago, a decade ago. Honey barbecue chicken. That's a light one too. That's like super skinny and light. This is a beef nacho sandwich. Also a pretty skinny one, but this one's heavier, but it's skinnier. Looking at the snacks. This is a thick one. It's kind of weirdly packaged too. Look at the stuff in there. It's kind of got stuffed in there. Kind of weird. Is that crackers? That's something else that didn't used to be in First Strike rations. You didn't see crackers in First Strike rations. Ooh, wow. This is certainly the biggest one. Menu 6, filled wrap barbecue pork. Like, it's filled up to the top and it's thick. You can tell by looking at it, really. Now it's way heavier too. Caffeinated chocolate pudding. Chicken breast fillet. Oh, it's the garlic and herb. Ugh. And this is a filled wrap. Oh, the filled wrap barbecue. I think we had this one. Is this not? Wait, what menu did we just recently have? Check. It was menu 5. Is what we recently had. I think I have a menu 5 here, so let's get it out of the way. Right there. Alright, it's out of the way. Beef nacho. I think I think that is like a beef stick with cheese made into the beef stick in a shelf-stable piece of bread, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken about that. The Italian sandwich, I think it's the same way. I wish they would do better with those. Like the Bridgeford sandwiches, I know that there are better technologies and they have more capabilities of putting together a shelf-stable sandwich now than they did, 15 years ago when they came up with these, and they're still making them the same way. Like, they could make some huge improvements. And they'd probably sell a lot more, too, like camping-wise and stuff. Hi, Brownie. Hi. Hi. I see you've been chewing on your back. Right there. Yeah. She's dirty. But whenever summer starts coming around, you see how her back's turned brown? And her tail right there? That's what happens in the summertime with her. I mean, she's a black and white tuxedo cat. But I started calling her Brownie because in the summertime, this is what would happen to her. I guess really spring, whatever. She's been laying out in the sun recently. So she's turning brown. She's getting older, probably. She technically grew up on the live streams. If you go back probably 7-8 years, something like that, she'll be in the thumbnails. Her and her brother, MJ, which is around here somewhere. He's Munch Jr. Munch was their dad. And, or maybe Grandpa? No, Trouble was their grandpa. Anyway, that's why he got named MJ. So, I can't zoom out anymore. So, you got to come over this way, Brownie, if you want to be on camera. Right here. Look. Here. Let me make room for you. There you go. There you go. Hi. Hi. She's my buddy. She, I don't know. She likes me. And has always treated me differently than other cats. I need to take her to the vet and see if I can't. She's got something going on with her teeth. And I didn't realize until very recently that cats needed to have, like, chew toys, or they needed to eat birds or something to keep their teeth hard. I didn't know that. I feel bad because 2 or 3 of my cats are having teeth problems because all they ever eat is soft cat food and cat food. Although Goose did bring a bird in the house the other day. I had the doors open and she brought it into the kitchen and was like, ugh. It was already dead, but man, it just, I can't. Look, it'd be different if she wanted it, needed it, whatever, to eat. She didn't. She didn't need to do that. I let her know I was disappointed with her. All right, we got to pick a first strike ration, Brownie. You want to help? Italian style chicken. That's got the chicken chunks. This is that other super heavy one that's got the chicken chunks. It looks like. See, I don't like the tuna ones. But right now it doesn't matter because I'm not really trying to eat the whole thing. I'll probably finish it on a different stream. Maybe not next week, but sometime. The albacore tuna. If I had to eat tuna, that'd probably be the tuna that I'd want to eat, or I'd choose to eat if I had to eat it. The sweet and spicy tuna is probably decent too. I'm just not a tuna eater. All right, getting rid of that one. The garlic and herb chicken. That honey barbecue chicken sandwich seems to be in at least 2 or 3 of them. That one's got chicken chunks in it too, the Italian style. I'll get rid of it. Well, that's got chicken chunks. The other one has an actual chicken breast, the garlic and herb chicken breast. Right there. garlic and herb chicken. That's a full chicken breast in a retort pouch. Okay, Brownie, you got to go. You got to go. Go on. Go somewhere else. Go on. Don't like her being up here on my table. Anyway. Let's see what that's about. It's got the sweet and spicy tuna in it, whatever. The honey barbecue chicken sandwich is just super boring anyway. We might not even do a main. Who knows? We got a neighborhood tuxedo cat, mainly our apartment complex where he controls all his what? Merriment. All his merriment. Love him though. Had to go outside and give him some treats several times a day. Is he rather new to the complex? Like is he getting like the new girl treatment or whatever, or the new kid treatment? But yeah, these are likely being used right now. So our stock of these is probably going to get super depleted during all this mess that we're in right now. So whatever's in the civilian market right now, let me just say this. If you want to have first strike rations, if you have the money to get them, I would highly suggest that you get them now. Because I remember, look, they didn't tell us really, or I don't know. It was like a rumor that went around for years that they were going to do away with the long range patrols. And it kind of went around. And then, like, there was, I don't remember there ever being like a real official statement made until years later when they were long gone. And that you watched them get depleted online, on eBay, stuff like that, people's stock. And then they were just, like, they're pretty much gone. They're, like, try finding some. I have a few stashed away of the modern, in the most modern era of the first strike rations. But, like, and I'm sure there's people that's got some stockpiled out there that could have a pallet of them sitting in their wherever. Because they were just like storing meal cold weathers. Like, they're great for long-term storage. But I'm just saying, like, if you want them, you probably better get them now. I need to take my own advice and get at least a case or two and put them up. Because, again, they're not going to last. All right. I'm going to use scissors. I guess there's a pinhole in this. There we go. All right. I guess real quick, let's go through the contents. Let me get this camera down some more. The stains from last week. I can't remember what done it, but something right at the end got on the on the board there and stained it. All right. We got an accessory packet that does have coffee in it. That's nice. At least there's two coffee. Oh, look at that. I do believe, we'll find out in a minute, that looks like Could that be? Nope. It's a wet wipe. Never mind. Probably one coffee. Oh, this is that weird looking drink mix. Beverage base powder orange with natural and artificial flavor. How is there natural flavor in it if there's no fruit juice in it? And I don't see anywhere where they used any orange extract or anything. The citric acid provides tartness. Sugar. Inulin? Inulin? I don't know what that is. What is inulin? Is it like insulin? What is that? I've never seen that on an ingredients list that I can recall. That's a new chemical, probably. Of course, you got all your wonderful dyes. And ascorbic acid, red 40 lake, yellow 6 lake, and calcium phosphate prevents caking. Huh. I'm gonna need to look up what that is. Let's just do that right now. Let's find out. Google, what is in, does it say I-N, okay, U-L-I-N, okay, inulin. Inulin is a natural prebiotic soluble fiber found in many plants commonly derived from chicory root. So I've had chicory not chicory drink, which is not coffee, but they used to sell it, and they probably still do sell it like coffee. It is a fructan, F-R-U-C-T-A-N, a fructan, meaning it is a carbohydrate that human enzymes cannot digest, allowing it to reach the lower gut to feed beneficial bacteria. It aids in digestion, improves gut health, and can aid in blood sugar control. Huh. Well, how about that? That's interesting. Again, I've never seen that in a food item, in a military ration before. That's the first time that I've ever noticed that. Not that I couldn't have missed it before. I could have, but still, it's interesting. There's that weirdly folded up bag. Yep, we're just going to throw that over there out of the way. Actually, let's just, for aesthetics, keep it over here. We got, let's check the progress of our teriyaki beef stick from last week. See if it's picked up any mold or anything. Remember that natural one that turned into a moldy mess? All right, here we go. This is the, what is it? It's bowls. Okay, absolutely no change. It's exactly, you could still eat that if you wanted. It's pretty gross to begin with, but you could literally no change. Yep. Huh. Well, we will continue this experiment for another week and see what happens to the teriyaki beef stick. The other beef stick that we had, that we let lay, what happened to my camera here? Let me zoom a little bit. Too much there. Yep, that'll work. All right, there we go. Let's do it like this. Okay. Anyway, I think it was 2 weeks that other one sat there, and you'd have to go back and look at the last week's video whenever I realized it was still sitting there. But it turned into like a solid sheet of green and white mold. It's pretty interesting. It's actually, I mean, it's nice to see that it's real food. Grape. Maltodextrin, sugar, citric acid, provides tartness, natural and artificial flavors. This one doesn't have it. This one doesn't have it. It's a date code on this one. This is a 2022, the 312th day. So this is like a year older than this ration, is it not? Maybe that's why, yeah. Wait, no. Not quite a year. No, a couple months, few months. Couple months, whatever. Not that long. Baked snack crackers, hot and spicy. Cheese. Oh, wow. Those are literally dust. I don't... It doesn't... It should be Cheez-Its, but... Man, that has turned into a dusty cheese fart of a mess. Oh, a blueberry turnover. Hey, I think I've only had that a couple times. These drink mixes are nice. I mean, the grape is... I'd prefer it to be the more natural version, but... Oh, we got a nut and raisin mix. Not my favorite. Oh, hey, another accessory pack type deal. What is that? Oh, we got the cheddar potato with artificial bacon spread soup mix. Probably going to have the... oh, regular mayonnaise. Not the... Wait, yep, fat-free kind. And you got your military energy gum. The cinnamon variety, which is certainly the less desirable of the two. The blue kind is better. Spearmint or pep, whatever it is. It's nice that that's in a little pack like that, though. I guess. It's not on screen. There it is. Let's see what else we got. Oh, there's our sweet and spicy tuna. Set that up there. Next up, we have our shelf-stable nacho flavored beef stick. Wait. Sandwich shelf-stable nacho flavored beef stick. Yeah, it's like what I said. It's got like a beef stick stuck in it. Alright. We got some tortillas to go along with our tuna and mayonnaise. Ran out of room here, pretty much. Got a few items left. Oh, we got crackers. For what? I don't know. Why do we have crackers? For the cheddar and potato bacon soup. Oh, we got some applesauce. Nice, nice. We have a mini First Strike ration of the apple cinnamon variety. Oh, we got two First Strike energy bars. We got chocolate and apple cinnamon. And last but not least is the partially biodegradable spoon. So, yeah, that's, I don't know. Overall, it's not horrible. I mean, I can certainly see laying this out with a breakfast, lunch, and dinner setup, really. So, I mean, I would probably go, even though I don't like tuna, I would probably do this sandwich for lunch along with one of the drinks, the teriyaki beef sticks to add some more meat to this, probably the nut mix for lunch, and one of the First Strike bars. For dinner, I would have, for breakfast, I'd have the blueberry turnover, First Strike bar, the orange drink mix, Coffee. I don't know where the crackers and this cheddar potato soup fits into the mix, really. Huh. I don't know. I'm going to have... I don't know. I really don't want that thing right now. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think ahead to, like, what I'm going to eat at a later time. I'm not going to eat very much right now. Oh, I would probably eat the crackers with this applesauce. They actually go quite well together. The malted barley and the crackers mixes really well with the applesauce. Is that the cinnamon? Nope, it's just a regular. Okay. I don't know. I gotta run to the restroom real quick. I hate to do this to y'all, but I'll be right back. This kind of got away. I don't think I usually don't have to do this. I'll be right back. Eat out. All right, sorry about that. I'm going to let you guys help me pick what I'm eating here. I don't want a whole lot of food, and I'm basically, number one, need to think about having a decent meal for another video. So I will set the bag up here, and I'm not eating tuna tonight. So let's take the tortillas and the tuna. And this off the table, I guess. Really don't want this nut mix either. Alright, so that leaves everything else here. We got 2 First Strike bars, crackers, drink mixes, applesauce. I'll eat the applesauce and crackers as a... It's like a dessert, man. It's a really good snack. It really is. I know I'm a little weird about I don't know how many other people like to eat the crackers with the applesauce, but I do. I like it. And I I've liked it for a long time, actually. Yeah, that's some really crazy weather that you're dealing with up there, by the way. I'd kind of like to have a winter like we used to have. We used to have some crazy winters here. Winters. This one didn't have the Tabasco in it. 3 wet nights. 3 wet nights. Snipe. I don't know why I was just thinking of snipe hunting. I went real quick back into this like memory log of the time I was probably 8 to 14. Started talking about that weather during the blizzard of 92. Or was it 93? 92 or 93. And my stepdad used to, like, the snipe hunting thing was a thing with him. Like, he was all the time using that little bit. Anyways, that was weird. That was really weird. 3 wet naps, sugar, matches, butt ration, a coffee, a creamer, and that's it. Matches. I think I said that. So that is not of much use to us. I got plenty of coffee and stuff sitting around here. It's definitely not an exciting accessory packet. You know what? We're just going to have some snacks here. We're going to do this. We're going to do... I'll do the grape and I'll save the orange, I guess, with the probiotic in it. Prebiotic? Probiotic. I can't remember what it said. This has got to stay with this to add to the amount of... Because there's only one beef stick in this whole piece of bread, which has weirdly been smashed. Like, these have seen better days. Like, honestly, they're not in that great a shape. Crackers. This, I think, needs to go with the tuna. Sweet and spicy tuna. It'll go on the wrap, or at least one of the wraps. Not really to go with this. We will go with that. All right, real simple tonight. Real simple. Nothing major here at all. Don't really need a tray, but I'll get it out just why not? Let's get this drink mix going real quick. 12 ounces of water. Get my glasses in the kitchen. Okay, took me a second to find it. Buried under all that food in there. Got fingerprints on the top of it, being moved around. Alright, there we go. should have pretty much the exact amount of water that I need. There we go. Holy cow. Look at the amount of powder. That is unreal. Why is that so much different? 47 grams of powder. I can smell it. 55 milligrams of sodium. 18 grams of sugar. Wow. 180 calories. All right. Look at that. The static. That's weird, ain't it? My hand doing that? It is. See it? Making it move? Wow. Jumping off the spoon. Why do I have so much static? It's like coming from the cup. Or the... I don't know. It like just dissipated. Look. I didn't ground myself on anything. I haven't tried to get static going in a minute. So is there... Why did it do that? An open-faced etch-a-sketch. It was weird. I mean, I definitely seen it for the first 10 seconds that I messed with it. Like, my finger was moving it around, but I don't have, like, static going on. Like, it's not doing it now. Huh. That is a tremendous amount of powder, though. Seriously. Such a huge amount. Could there have been static in the cup? You think? From the packaging, maybe? Did it come from this? That wasn't... Wow. Huh. I don't think so. I don't think glass... I think... Well... No. Maybe? I don't know if glass could have static or not, because, I mean, you see static electricity in those, like... I don't know, those weird bulbs that you can touch, and like, the electricity comes... That's static electricity. I don't know. I'm going to try this powder. That's got a weird, like, almost savory, cakey, the cakey texture with like a weird savory follow-up on the flavor. Obviously, it's got that artificial grape flavor. It doesn't taste like a pixie stick like they usually do. And it doesn't say that this is like an electrolyte beverage-based powder or anything. It's just a regular beverage-based powder grape. Huh. Weird. Really weird. That whole little interaction that I just had with that thing was weird. And I'm telling you, that is so much powder. It's Unreal. I don't remember having a drink mix with this much powder. I remember just before I opened these up, like the first when I was first looking at this particular one, that was what I noticed, was like how thick that particular drink mix was. It was like all bunched up and on the top, and I thought, man, that looks really weird. Huh. What is it now? Just somewhat. Sounds kind of foul. It doesn't taste bad or anything. It just it's a little odd. Like the way it caked up, like slightly kind of doughy. I don't know. It was weird. A little weird. I've had them do that before. It's been a long time since I've experienced it like that, so I don't like, my memory isn't fresh on it. But I have had them like be weirdly cakey like that before. But this is probably immediately going to turn blue, I think. Oh yeah. Oh. What is going on here? That turned like kind of cream colored, pinkish. Okay. Look at the foam on top. Look at all the color. Definitely dyes. Man, they really could do a lot better. Blue version of soap, vinegar and water thing. Yeah, like that science experiment. This is weird. You can't tell me that that's not, like, that does look like soap on top. And it hadn't even really started dissolving that yet. That is not... Certainly isn't appetizing. What is it? Water thing in a juice jug. Man, as a kid, except it was green. I'm not gonna take a chance of messing up my Australian spoon. Yikes. What a mess this thing is. I guess that's why you're meant to shake these ones up. That is really thick there at the bottom. This is a weird one. Even the water doesn't want it. You're not, it feels really thick. Very viscous and like, almost like you're trying to stir up like Dawn or something. Like, why is it doing that? I don't know. This is a weird one, you guys. I'm sure if we let it set, it'll eventually dissolve, I guess. mean, that's pretty close to the proper amount of water in it, too. This cup will hold right about 12 ounces brimful. So right now it's got like 10.5 ounces in it. Should be plenty enough to dissolve the proper amount of powder. I think maybe they put too much powder in here, although it's acting odd. I don't know. I'm going to let it set for a minute. I don't know how much help that's going to be, but whatever, right? All right, Zapple sauce. Yep. This is just the regular variety, no cinnamon or anything like that. It does look a little dark for the regular variety. It's pretty, I don't know, it's pretty oxidized for no older than it is. Which tells me that these First Strike rations might have actually seen, I don't know, they've definitely been rough handled. There's no doubt about that. And they might have seen some heat. All right, good old crackers. Ugh. There we go. Fragile new style crackers. Okay, so they're not all beat up, so I don't know. They must have been protected pretty well. Because I know those spicy crackers, or Cheez-Its, better known as, they're in rough shape. Ooh. Huh. Well, there that is. In all of its glory. Alright. Some crackers. Oops. And applesauce. Actually, mix that up a little bit. It's kind of separated. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm going to do. The Cheez-Its with the mayo and the tuna. There wasn't really anything to go with these crackers. Unless you put them on like the tortillas. With the tuna, maybe. Or the cheddar and potato soup. Which you can use like a spread. But it's not very good that way. You need really hot water if you're going to attempt to make it into a soup. These crackers taste weird. Usually, there's a nice savory twist. Drop that on the floor. To the cracker. These are really bland and bleachy. No caramelization to the toasting or anything of that nature. Very little flavor. They're quite soft, texture-wise. Yeah. I've had way, way, way better before. The old crackers blow these things out of the water. The applesauce tastes pretty normal. Not overly sweet. The light apple flavor. The smooth yet gritty texture. It's not mixing well with these crackers. These crackers are really weird. It's like it kind of neutralizes the flavor of the applesauce. It seems like, I swear, it's like they're, I don't know. That flour was bleached out for sure. Yeah, the applesauce is better on its own. I mean, the crackers, just so I can eat them, I guess, but this smelled a little bit weird too, and it's, I don't know, it's a little more sticky and gooey than it should be. Give it a try. Whoa. Huh. Maybe it's just me, because that tastes really weird too. What is that? It's almost like savory and slightly spicy. Huh. I don't know. Let me try a little bite of it. That's weird. That tastes very hard to describe. It does not taste like a normal apple cinnamon first strike bar. There's a lot of weirdness going on here. That ruined the applesauce. Made it taste sour and weird. I don't like any of this. The applesauce is okay. It doesn't even taste fully the way it should. Something ain't right. I don't know if it's just where that messed with my palate and making it taste even more off, but something weird's going on here. Something weird. I don't know. Again, maybe it could just be me. Look at the color of that. That is ridiculous. It's a 2023. It was like the end of 2023, wasn't it, or the beginning? I don't know. The date's right here. Hang on. It was the. Where's that? There it is. 37th day of 2023. Right there. 3037. It's not old. Like, this is way fresher than stuff that I usually have. Stuff I usually have is 10 years old, and it's fresher and better than this. I don't know if it's like, if it's a freshness issue, if it's heat stressed, or I don't know. Like, this was super weird, in my opinion. The drink mix was really weird. I haven't tasted it yet, but just everything leading up to now. This tastes just wrong. There's 2 or 3 different reasons. I guess really every reason that it could possibly taste wrong. It could be worse, but none of the flavors are right. This doesn't quite taste right. It's pretty close, but it's definitely off a bit. The crackers, virtually flavorless. Seriously, almost like, this is going to sound weird. That smells like turkey. After Thanksgiving, and you put the turkey in the fridge, whenever you get it out to make a sandwich or whatever, cold turkey, this smells like turkey. Seriously. It smells like turkey. That's weird. And I think anybody else that would smell this would think the same thing. What in the world is that? All right, let's try this weird, I don't know, very odd reaction to water drink mix that is now quite purple. The more it's set, I guess, the better it looks, but all right, here we go, down the hatch with the weird drink mix. Huh. That tastes like it's got saccharin in it. That tastes sugar-free. And I'm pretty sure it's not. It's quite sour, actually. Not sweet like you would think with all that powder that was there. I mean, maltodextrin, sugar. Yeah, no, this sugar's the second ingredient. This should be very sweet. And it isn't. Mm-mm. Nope. 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 That does not taste right at all, really. Not at all. The grape flavor, the grape flavor is there. That's it. It's sour. It's not very sweet at all. It's kind of I don't know. It's wrong. I don't know how many more ways to describe it. Something's wrong with all this. Nothing tastes right. Nothing on that tray tastes right. Huh. Here, let me go dig a cigarette out real quick, because I'm not eating that. I'll finish the applesauce probably, even though it's definitely off. Let's have... I want to have one of these smokes that Delicious sent me. It's a Mockney. I can't remember where these are from. Hang on. I'll tell you. This is a Polish brand. He said back when he sent me these, he said that they have all but disappeared from the market, replaced by all the international brands. But in small shops, on occasion, you can find them. The word Mokni means strong. This brand's been on the market since the 50s. This version right here has been like this since the 90s. Of course, this pack is freshly produced. But they've always been a lower quality cigarette and probably really strong kind of brand. Brain shaker, he said. He said so-called brain shaker. That smells like decent quality tobacco, though. And it's got a nice earthy, nothing floral or anything like that about it. They are tiny. They are teeny tiny. Here's a 100 that I usually smoke. Look at the difference. That's the difference. Hey, waffles. That's what I have, is Waffle House waffles. And other eggs, probably. I don't know. I haven't even looked. I know there's a bunch of food in there. Look at the size of that filter, though. It is teeny, teeny, tiny. Teeny, tiny. Let me compare it to a regular here. Here, a Lucky Strike. And that's the difference between it and a regular. So these are really small. About the size of a non-filter, I would say. Worthy of a match. Tastes like the filter. Tastes like the... Can't taste the tobacco, really. Huh. Let's see. I've had one of these before, but it's been a long time. Definitely strong on that first hit. Full-bodied flavor. What's up, gray guy? What's up, buddy? Come here, bud. Come here. Oh. What's up, big fella? My buddy, ain't you? Here, I'm trying to keep that away from you. Yeah, hi. Hi, buddy. Hi, bud. Oh. He's a good boy. He's a beefy cat. He's a big cat. Look at him. He's a big fella. Wait, who's pickled? Wait, what? What are you doing, bud? Huh? Why are you doing that? He's got great big old feet, too. Burying his head in my arm. Jeez, dude. It's got like it's got a light draw to it. It's got like kind of an airy draw to it, but it is very strong. The tobacco is very strong. Very earthy flavors Nothing floral about it or anything like that. No weird sweet. It's just a very earthy, strong tobacco. Now, I do and can tell, like, the nicotine level in this is high. Bro, quit with the... Let me, yeah, enjoy this cigarette. Oh, wow. Good Lord. That was heavy. Heavy hit. Oh, yeah. I know, buddy. I know. Yeah. Only got a couple hits left on it. Look at the size of them paws. Look at the size of them paws. He's a cool cat, too. And sometimes he wants something to do with me, and sometimes he doesn't. Is everybody's favorite component unique to the First Strike ration? I would doubt it. Although, yeah, no, I doubt it. Almost everything that you can find in a First Strike ration, you can find in MREs. Almost. Except for, like, the Bridgeford sandwiches and stuff. The garlic and herb chicken is no longer in MREs. It used to be, which that's a chicken breast. The chicken chunk, it's been gone now, right, for a couple years, or is it still around? Hey, buddy, you're getting cat hair on me. You're getting cat hair on me, huh? Here, let's do this. There we go. Goodness, dude. Just let me rub your nose. Garlic and the barbecue. I haven't had the barbecue one in a long time. I don't know if it's... Ow, 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 dude. Why don't you let me put you down? Weirdo. Ain't nothing up there you're going to want. Watch out. Don't spill the drink. Get it out of the way. All right. Dude. He's a goober. Something strange that I've noticed about my cats this year. It may have happened last year too, but I know this year. So typically, during the fall, they'll put weight on, their coats will get thicker, they're preparing for winter. That didn't happen this year, but it's happening right now. And summer, or spring, is kicking off. Like, his coat has probably doubled in the last 2 or 3 weeks. His fur's way thicker. He's put pounds on. He's probably put, I don't know, 2 to 3 pounds on. I don't know how much he weighs, but he's substantially thicker, and it's noticeable. Minnie did the same thing. Minnie did not put her winter coat on this year, which I wasn't sure if that had something to do with her age or what. But Mama, which she's outside, Mama is a Siamese cat, and she always gets a really, really thick coat in the wintertime. And it didn't happen. Like, she right now is starting to thicken up. But she's still got her summer coat on. I don't know what is going on with the planet or what has tricked their bodies into, because I've noticed it with multiple of them. It's not just like it's one weird incident. No, it's the ones that I notice that get much thicker for winter, which they don't all get real thick for winter, but they all do usually put a little bit of weight on and at least a little bit thicker fur. I don't think any of them really. I'm trying to think. MJ maybe put his winter weight on, but not his coat. But MJ got really, really, really sick. Probably 2 months ago now. You'd have to go back and look at my live streams, but he was gone during. It was real cold. He disappeared for 2 or 3 days, and he showed back up, and he had like right underneath his front arm, like this, like right here. He had this lump about that big on his side right here, and it ruptured. And then he ended up having a hole about that big around in his side, and I put aloe on it. I cleaned it 2 or 3 times a day for him. He healed up pretty quick once it ruptured, but for I want to say like 3 or 4 days that it didn't. I thought I was going to lose him. And that's something else. When he showed up after 2 or 3 days, he had lost half his body weight. Right now, he is right back to where he was at. I mean, like I said, it's been at least a month and a half, I would say, since that happened. I don't know. It doesn't seem like that long ago. But I almost lost him too. He got real sick first, which had that weird lump, and then Gigi got sick, and then she died the next day. She got sick, and then the next day she was just gone. That evening I gave her a bath because she was a mess. She was struggling, I could tell. But Gigi didn't seem like she was super old. I knew she was older, but I didn't think she was old enough that something like this was going to take her out. Like I was just going to nurse her back to health. I went and got a bunch of expensive, premium, like easy to eat, liquidy type foods, like those little treat things that you squeeze out. I was giving her that stuff, and same thing I'd done with Minnie. And yeah, she the next day, she passed away quietly. That was 2 weeks ago, because it happened on what day was that? I can't remember. Maybe it hasn't been quite 2 weeks ago. And then Minnie passed away 6 days ago. So I've had a lot of issues with my animals lately. It's not ideal. It sucks, really. Thank you, Waffles. Yeah, man, it has really sucked. I talked about it in the very beginning, losing Minnie. Minnie was my cat. Like, she was really the only cat that we wanted a cat when we got her. We didn't go looking for her. She found us. But we were wanting a cat. Keep mice away and stuff like that. You know, typically, really, back at that point, we just wanted an outside cat. You know, we'd let them in on occasion, especially in the wintertime. But Minnie, when it first started out, like, she was a stray. Didn't come in the house, really, at wintertime. And then she started coming in the house, and she was the ideal cat. She could not have been a more picture-perfect idea of what you would want out of a cat. She would catch mice. She was the best. She was the best. She would go outside. Never had to have a litter box in the house or anything like that with her. She needed to go out. She went to the door. She would come and get one of us and meow, and we'd go let her out. She was great. She started spending less time in the house when more stray cats showed up. The cat distribution center hits hard here. Wait, Waffles lost one too? Had to put the doggo down President's Day. Oh, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. We lost Stella. What was the date? I can't remember what the date was. I don't know why I'm thinking it was July, or it might have been, I don't know. It was the 12th day. I don't. Has it been? It's probably been like 8 months ago. God, I spent so much money trying to keep her alive and trying to get her better. I think our last vet bill was like $3,000 or $4,000. It was a lot, and we ended up having to put her down. Her kidneys had shut down, were failing. She didn't use the bathroom for the last 2 days. I think maybe 3. Because, if her kidneys and stuff had still been working, even if she couldn't get up or whatever, like just say she was immobile, she still would have peed wherever she was laying. That's what Minnie done. Minnie was eating, drinking, using the bathroom, everything functioning all the way up until that last few hours. In the last 10 minutes, really between 5 and 10 minutes, she was comfortable, all the way up until then. And then the last few minutes, she made a few noises in pain. She belted out 2 or 3 times, and I was right there. I had a hold of her. And then she just stuck her arms up and her legs out and stiffened her whole body up. And then she relaxed. She took 5 deep guttural breaths, and then she stopped breathing. But I think she passed before she took the, you know what I mean? I don't know, something came over her or whatever, and then she took those last 4, 5, 6 breaths, whatever it was. And she passed at 3:06 a.m. on Sunday. November 2017. We get just as close, sometimes closer, to our animals than we do family. I mean, we're with them every day. We lean on them for emotional support. I talk to my animals all the time. I mean, maybe that's weird, maybe it isn't. I don't know. It seems like the right thing to do. It feels right. They understand me most of the time. I mean, definitely the dogs, but the cats do too. Heck, some cats are way smarter, or they portray themselves as way smarter than others. And you can tell them to do something and they'll do it. I have cats that will do that. I'll tell them to go somewhere or do this or do that, and they'll do it. Some of them, it's like you're talking to a wall. You may as well not. You're wasting your breath. Yeah, dog never asked for money. That's a good point. Yep. Thing with animals are, and I tried to instill this in my kids very young, because like we would go out of town for a day or two and put the kids, the kids are in charge of the house or whatever, the animals. And the way I'd explain it to them is like, look, when you're thirsty, you get up, you go to the fridge, you get a water, you go do whatever, right? When you're hungry, you can get up, you go fix whatever you want, get whatever you want. They can't do that. If there's no water in there, they can't come and say, hey, Dad, I'm out of water. Hey, I'm thirsty right now. I'd like to have something different to eat today. You have to try to provide for them without them having to ask, obviously. But they can't do these things themselves. They can't. They're in the house all the time, so it's not like they can go out and scavenge and find food or find water. So I tried to instill that in my kids early on. My oldest son now has a dog, a little Pomeranian dog, and like 4 cats now, because he got hit with the cat distribution center as well. He ended up finding a little sickly cat on his way home from work one day. He voluntarily and on purpose got 2, and then he was coming home one day from work, and there was a little kitten in the middle of the road, and she was sickly. She had all kinds of issues. She was tiny, and she reminded me a lot of Minnie. Minnie had little teeny tiny legs, like that's why we called her Minnie. But when she showed up, like you could tell she wasn't a full adult cat, like she wasn't a kitten, but she was tiny. She had these little teeny tiny legs. She was some sort of miniature or midget or whatever kind of cat those are called. They became a whole lot more popular ever since the 18 years that I've had her. But we weren't even sure that was a thing back then. A dwarf cat, maybe, yeah. But Minnie, her little legs were just. She wasn't tiny, but she was tiny. She was tiny. With her older age, her shape changed a little bit. She started having a little more of a pot belly. And then she, like the last year, really, year and a half. But when she showed up and had lost half to 2/3 of her body weight in 2 days, she went from being completely, fully normal to 2 days later, 2.5 days later, losing 1/2 to 2/3 of her body weight. She was nothing but skin and bones. I took her to the vet, and hey, hi, say hello to everyone. See the difference between her and Gray Guy, the size difference, how tiny she looks compared to him. What's up, Goosey Goose? Loosey Goosey. This one really likes me too. She's my buddy. But yeah, my son ended up with the little sickly cat, and he found out what it's like to really, because holy, he found out what it was like to bottle feed and raise a cat, because when we found that cat, it was like, I'm going to say, well, we thought it was about probably 4 to 5 weeks old, but where it had like issues, it might have been a little older than that. And but he still had to bottle feed it and stuff, and get it through some stuff in the beginning. And it's kind of had issues ever since. And I wonder now, thinking about the symptoms and stuff, maybe it had or has Lyme disease. I don't think you can get rid of it once you got it. It just the effects of it slowly wear off somewhat. And I think, well, from what I understand, even with humans, like there's no cure technically for it. Like it gets slightly better over time, but my little sister, she said, it's been years now, maybe coming up on 10 years that she got it. So, and she's dealt with a bunch of stuff from it. See you later, Waffles. Rock Reviews. Night Mike. Mike must be leaving. Margaret Chrisley. Did I say that right? Made a tribute video of my cat. 9 years. Best friend. You know, I never really took much video or pictures. I mean, the most you see my cats on video, probably. The most I have my cats on video is right here. Right on the live streams. They come in here, or if I go get them, put them on here. Like, this is my backlog that I can go back and look at. That's like, I can't even remember when some of them were born, like Brownie and stuff. I have to go back and check my old live streams, and because that's my best backlog of what I've got. I mean, I do take picture here and there, but it's not often enough. And I did take some of Minnie because I was thinking, trying to think ahead, knowing she wasn't going to be around a whole lot longer. But I had hoped that I was going to get her out of that pretty much almost all the way up until the last day. The last day when I took her outside, I thought I could still get her out of it. I don't know. Animals are... It's a weird thing because they provide a lot of good for... If you're a normal, like, human, an American now, if you have an animal, a cat, a dog, really a bird, a lizard, or whatever, usually it's going to provide you with something, like some sort of, release, emotional, helps you with emotional distress, whatever, right? So there's this weird, I'll check, I just seen you upload on what's the name of that? Wow, brain fart. Anyways, I seen the notification pop up. I will go check that out. But I don't have it on this other phone. So what I was going to say is we all that decide to have animals, we do it for two reasons. We feel like we can provide them with a decent life, and we get something from it in return, right? It's not that I always have, because I didn't choose to have these cats that I have. Many I did. Many I chose to have her. I wanted to have her, but this right here is the part that's like, I don't know. It's why I don't have another dog already, because me and Amber both decided we didn't want to deal with the end, the ending. We decided that that, and eventually we would like to have our freedom to be able to just leave and not worry about someone taking care of animals, if we can even find someone to take care of animals. So, we're years away from something like that being the case and being possible. But you got to start thinking about it now. Like, I could have easily, and I would love to have another dog. I don't feel right not having one. Like, the dogs always let me know if there was somebody in my front yard, if there was a stranger out there or something. When we left the house, we knew that if somebody tried to come in our house, Stella would be all over. You know what I mean? So, the cats, they don't provide any such security. They'd probably lead them right to wherever it is that they needed to go. They just walk right over to wherever. Oh, yeah, you want to see this? Oh, come here. I'll show you. Meow. What'd you say he was looking for? Oh, yeah, he's got all kinds of that over here. Cats. The dumbest smart animal ever. Your cat passed and you cleaned like no other. Felt like he was sleepwalking for a month straight. Yeah, this has been a weird one for me with Minnie. I didn't expect it to hit me as hard as it has. I don't know if it's where I was waiting on her hand and foot for the last, 2-3 weeks, whatever it was, 2.5-3 weeks, because I wanted her to get better. Like I thought if I took good enough care of her and gave her everything she could possibly want or need, that maybe I could get her better. But I don't know. She like the last 2 or 3 days, probably, she didn't even want to come off my bed. And I should have known. But then when I took her outside that day, like, I don't know, that last day, she kind of seemed like she had a little more pep and a little, which I mean, the weather and the sun and being in her favorite spot probably helped. I don't know. But this is the part that sucks. This is the part that makes you question, is it all worth it? Yes, I know it is. Again, we get years of good times with them and good interactions and experiences with them. But man, that one last thing is tough. It's tough. This is kind of like when Sebastian passed. He had slowly gotten worse, and I was right there with him when he passed, and he struggled for like the last hour of his life. Making the decision to have an animal put down is really hard. Like with Minnie, I never seen that opportunity come up. It just didn't. I never saw her to the point where I was like, you know what? I don't think she could come out of this until that last 10 minutes. And I was like, oh, obviously that's it. A very intense situation there, the end. But she had she must have been a really, she had really good genetics, I would have to say. I don't think most cats live to be 20. I know they didn't used to. I know it used to be kind of unheard of for a cat to be that old, but now I think, I can't remember what the oldest cat, I want to say it was 32. I know that sounds crazy. Let me look it up real quick because I'm curious. Oldest. World record was for cream puff. Cream puff. A mixed tabby from Austin, Texas, who lived to be 38 years old. 38 years and 3 days. Wow. Born August 3rd, 1967. She lived until August 6th, 2005. Far exceeding the typical 12 to 15 year lifespan of a domestic cat. Wow. Runt cat Siamese Freddie made it to 20. 20 years and a few months. See, Minnie could have been older than 20, but I would confident. I had her 18 years, and she was at least a year or two old whenever she showed up, because she wasn't no kitten, and she didn't have You know how like that, like a year or so old cat, you can just tell that they're young, and you know what I mean? She didn't have that. I would say she was 2 plus, but she could have been, I guess really she could have been, who knows? Because I swear to you, Minnie's agility, her abilities, her looks, nothing changed for 16 and a half to 17 years of my ownership of her. Not up until like that last year. And I'll tell you, I can tell you exactly when things started to change. It would have been last summer, and I probably talked about this or brought it up or whatever at some point. But I took a tick off of like the nape of her neck where you pick the scruff up on the back of a cat. I took a tick off of her. She was outside all the time. But I took a tick off of her, and right after that, the spot where that tick was at grew gray hair. It was the only like gray spot or whatever, aged looking. It was the only spot on her entire body that ever like got gray hair and looked aged. Her face didn't change, nothing. After that tick and the gray spot, like her body type kind of changed. She started getting skinnier on the top and a more pot belly and stuff like that. So I would say that was probably, it might not have been last summer. It might have been the summer before. But I think it could have been last summer. I guess it wouldn't have been this just previous summer, though. Because that would have been like 10 months ago, 9-10 months ago. I don't know. Maybe I can go back through. That'd be a lot of watching of my videos trying to figure out if I even said anything. Anyway, that happened. She got a tick on her, and then the spot turned gray. I've been meaning to Google that and see if there's like some sort of meaning to that. It's super weird. I know it's super weird, or it's super weird to me. Whatever. But all right, I'm going to hop off here and go have my actual dinner and probably just throw that crap away. The drink again. Let me taste it again. It's definitely very well dissolved now. No, it's sour, not really sweet. I mean, slightly sweet. I've let my palate rest and all that just to see. All these flavors are still weird. Yeah, that tastes almost meaty. The first Strike bar. And spicy. They put too much cinnamon in it for sure. Dude, you're going to knock stuff down. Get up. Come on, get up. Here, come here. See how much bigger he is? He's huge. I don't know if he's the biggest cat that I got now or not. My black cat, my elderly, he was Minnie's son, actually. She had one litter of cats. My mom still has, or no, I think my mom still has one of Minnie's daughters, which would be probably 17 or 18 years old. I think Minnie had kittens in 2009, in like the spring or summer of 2009. So Look at him. He's pretty cool, ain't he? He's got real pretty eyes, too. Pretty unique colored eyes. I don't know if they're unique, but they're like really green. Aren't they, buddy? Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? You a good boy? Where you going, bud? Ow. Ow, dude. That hurts, man. Show me your eyes. Can you get that color in there? Show me your eyes. There you go. Look up that light. Look up that light. He's being weird. I'm getting cat hair all over me, ain't you? I'm gonna have to get the lint roller out and clean myself up. Oh, sorry, buddy. Yeah, you're trying to hurt me with them daggone huge claws you got. But all right, folks. Ow, dude. Ow, ow, ow. Get down, man. Ow. Of what? Chase O.W. Kitty? No idea. Murder mittens. Well, they can. I mean, I've seen the damage that they can do when they're like. Well, actually, I'll take that back. I've had one cat that didn't hold back and wasn't reserved with his claws with me, and he has ripped me up a couple times, like just with one hit. Usually, Garfield. He's probably the biggest cat that I've got, actually. Garfield, I think, might be diabetic. And he's definitely got stomach issues. I don't think Garfield's going to be around a whole lot longer. Knock on wood. I don't want to doom him. Yesterday was Friday the 13th, by the way. I don't know how many of y'all noticed. But that's why I didn't go do anything yesterday. I guess because I'm superstitious and I know like things like that. I don't know if it's just all in here and I let them get the best of me or what, but I just know better now. Like I know if I get a bad gut feeling about something, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I know when it's a bad gut feeling, not just a nervous gut feeling or a like a excited gut feeling or what. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't get gut feelings. Some people don't have inner dialogue. We might have somebody in the chat right now that doesn't have inner dialogue. They're not super common, but they're not uncommon, is what I would say. That makes, I would say, probably, judging by my own life experience, maybe 1 in 10 people don't have it. Or at least when you ask them, they say they don't have it. I think it's pretty weird to not have inner dialogue, but that's, I don't know how life would be without it. Think about it. Chase O. I'll check it out. You put it in my YouTube right now on this device. Ow. Huh. I did not make a Chase OH water park. Chubby dude with a beard. To his animation. Oh yeah, I've seen this guy before. Wait, that's who you're talking about, right? Is that who you're talking about? Yeah, he's a big guy. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, it's been years since I've seen, like, something was going on with him a few years ago, and he made, like, whatever, I can't remember what was going on with him, but he made his rounds through, like, the YouTube drama channels and stuff, and that's the first place and time I ever seen him. I just never watched him after that. Insane Ohio police chase caught on dash cam. Fiery crash at the end 6 months ago. Okay. Okay. You guys tell me what you think about this. On the whole police chase thing, I think police absolutely not often enough call off police chases. After they got the license plate, it may not be the person driving the car, whatever. But by them chasing the way they do, they put so many more people's lives at risk instead of just letting them go and that person calms down, goes about doing whatever they were doing, goes home, pick them up later, go whatever. Maybe try to get the person that's driving on camera or something. I don't know. They've come up with some better methods of stopping them. Have you seen those things that they shoot up under the car and wrap up the wheels, and it's got like a tether on it, and I've seen it yank the whole rear axle out from underneath of a couple vehicles. People trying to. I think one person was in like a Chevy Malibu or something. It was like an older one, and they kept backing up. It has like a yankum rope on it, like a tension rope or strap, something like that. And that person kept backing up to the front of the cop car and trying to drive off, and it'd stop them. They'd back up and they'd do it again, back up and do it again. They did it like 5 times, and then it just yanked the whole rear end out from underneath of it. I see people with nice cars and all, like they just completely, the total disregard for the the trouble they'll be in, the money they spend on the vehicles. Like, what are you thinking? How many people in today's world actually run from the cops and get away clean? There was a black Corvette like last year, and I think it did it for about a year, that was baiting cops into chasing them. And they had a GoPro or a 360 camera on like an antenna on the back of the car, and you guys probably have seen the video where they trapped the guy in like a Walmart parking lot or something. One cop like goes up and hits him and shoves him against another car, and he backs up and like goes forward and backward a couple times, and then he just drives right out of there. That guy got away, which he never ran traceable tags back to himself or anything. But that guy ran for like a year, I'd say, year and a half, and getting away. They finally did catch him. I don't know. I can't remember. I seen the story where they caught him, and I seen where they seen like it going into a garage or something and got him. But that guy was just like, he was just out messing with the cops, just playing with them. It was kind of cool, actually. Real old school outlaw type stuff. Especially to get away with it in today's world, it's virtually unheard of. I see those idiots running in Hellcats, and usually that's what they're running in. Charger. Every once in a while a Challenger, Hellcat. And they'll like be going up on a interstate ramp, and a cop will pull up on them, and then they'll just take off. It's like, dude, so stupid. It's so stupid. It's probably stolen. I don't know. Like, I don't know why anybody would, or the complete and total disregard that they have for their own equipment and the amount of money and time and effort that they had to put into getting that vehicle. I did see a couple interesting charts today. So they have confirmed that there are more than 50 million illegal immigrants living in the United States. And somehow they have broken it down per state what the percentage of the population of each state currently is that is made up of illegals. California has the highest number of 27.7% of their population. Second highest is Florida. No, not Florida. New York, 23.3. Then Florida, 23.1. Then Texas, 18.4% of their population. My state is the lowest percentage. We are tied with Montana, 2.1% of the total population is made up of illegal immigrants. Then I saw this chart, which I thought was interesting. And this is population loss over the past couple years. Let's see. Oh, take that back. 2025 only. 1 year. So, how's this chart broken down? I can't remember. California didn't lose the most. So, North Carolina lost the most residents at 29.2. I think it's 29.2 thousand. Let's see. 29.2 times 10,000. Hang on. Yeah, it'd have to be 29.2 thousand. Here's the chart. If you want to pause it and zoom in on it. It's probably not clear enough. Oh, my bad. I don't know how that happened. I'm sorry. I said I'm finally going to take off here and go eat. Thank you guys for hanging out. You got a long press on the screen to hit the thumbs up or down, either way, I think. Yeah. We'll find out with the rest of this ration maybe next week. If any of it's any good. All those First Strike rations, I got them really cheap. Maybe that's why. But they were on auction. It's not like they were priced cheap. I just lucked into getting them cheap. So, I don't know. But what components I pulled, this just, they were all weird. All of it. Even the applesauce is weird. Like, the crackers are weird. All of it. Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out. And I'll see you guys on the next live stream. Later.